Springs, Tomater. Tomater. I'm Tomater.
My name is Tomater, but everybody calls me Mater. Get it? It's
Get it?
funny.
Funny.
Sword swallower through and through. My favorite line from Game of Thrones.
The greatest song. That's it. Well, no, my other one is you can't put the milk back in the cow.
Right, right. And you know what? The Khaleesi's had a few good ones too.
Yeah.
She's just the whip. But I'm afraid our girl's gonna go like downhill. Haven't read the books, but the minute she locked up the dragon, I just don't even know.
I think that the imp is gonna come save her with her dragons.
You think the imp is going to save?
Remember, see, that's the thing that I am holding on to for dear life. So they need to go to a place where, so it is both the spider and the imp are on the
Right,
same
are
ship,
the ship, right?
and they are headed for, God, I can't remember the name of it.
Damaros.
Dimros,
Yes,
something like that. Yeah.
you know what? They're going to the sand. Because isn't
Yeah.
that
Yeah, they're basically going to the same place where the
Shut up.
Khaleesi is, and I am clinging to that one tiny little line from 2 seasons ago where, they're talking about reading and books and what makes you qualified, what makes you think you know what she's going to do with her dragons back when they first hatched, and the imp pipes up and says, "I've read every book ever written in Westeros about dragons, and I know exactly what is going to happen and exactly how big they're going to get and exactly what they can do."
So he's going to go train their dragons?
I
maybe?
think we're going to see a DreamWorks movie.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon's Khaleesi edition.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
So I think that's what's going to happen. I think the spider is going to go over there and give her all the info that she needs because he knows everything.
Yeah,
He knows
Yeah.
everything she needs to know, who to contact over there. He knows who she can contact to get on her side to bring down the Lannisters and get her throne back. There are people still in Westeros who are faithful to the Daenerys throne, and I think and the spider knows who they are, and the spider can get her connected with them.
And
so the spider's going to get her connected.
What's going to happen in King's Landing, though?
It's going to burn to the ground.
I was going to say,
they're just going to fucking burn it to the ground.
Cersei and Jaime, are they going to run the show? Because Cersei's son is way too young to be the king, and now that Daddy Lannister's gone.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's going to be... Jaime wants to go be a fucking farmer.
He does.
In the dell.
Cersei, and that's not Cersei's style.
No, Cersei wants to be queen. Cersei has to die. And
yes, she does, right along where her son went. Yes, take them both.
Cersei needs to die. I actually think Jaime would make a fairly decent king.
Well, you still got, I don't know.
He still has honor left in him. Remember,
But who truly should be on the throne?
The Khaleesi?
Yeah, that's what I want.
She is the
heir,
Stormborn, the heir to the throne. She is the mother of dragons. That throne was built out of the swords.
Wait a minute, did you see the picture on Facebook of the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Which guy from Rocky
you know,
Horror Picture
I'm
Show?
just the sweet transvestite.
Tim Curry's role?
Sitting on the Iron Throne.
Really?
Yes,
that would be funny.
It's on my Facebook page. Too funny. Well, Desiree's over here just yawning because we're talking about Game of Thrones.
She immediately started playing Candy Crush as we started talking about Game of Thrones.
Bitch.
You either got to get hooked or leave the room when we start talking about it.
I know.
So, any new updates for BBW Con? Give us a little con update.
Well, we we're not really pushing a lot until the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year will go super hard. There's quite a few girls right now saving up money so that they can get their booth space. And I'm telling everybody they should, instead of trying to save everything to do one payment, just do the, right now until through the end of the year or beginning of the next year, we're doing a $30 a month.
A month. See, that's a lot easier to handle.
So I think so.
But
the girls, we're not putting them up on the website until they've, at least started making payments towards their booth, because we want the website to be very
true,
accurate,
yeah, as to who's coming.
So we've got lots. Like, I have so much in the pipeline. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I can't even keep up. So I know that I'm gonna probably I've decided to, the week prior to BBWCon, I'm probably gonna rent a house and do a lot of content shoots and whatnot.
Yay.
So there's lots of stuff coming up, like lots and lots. And we've brought in a photographer to work with us for our production company, Sinfully Divine. Charles likes to just do video. He's not such a big fan of photography. And it's crazy because I always think that if you can shoot video that you should be able to take pictures.
Yeah.
Two
It
different
is
mediums.
not the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's two opposite things. And it's funny because I've talked to both photographers and videographers, and they're like, nope. One can be like, I can take great pictures. I can't shoot video for shit. And one's like, I can shoot video, but I can't take pictures for shit. And I'm like, well, we need to come to the middle.
We need one for one and one for the other.
Right.
Isn't
So-
it better to have one of each because then it can be done simultaneously? Isn't that? a better
It still
deal?
can't be done simultaneously.
Oh, it still can't? Oh,
no,
okay.
because you
The
don't want,
flash
you
on the
don't want the
video.
sound of the camera, the shutter sound, and the flash and everything. I mean, if you have continuous light, you could still.
Well, like at a sporting event, can
Right.
you do both at the same time?
Well, at a sporting event, yeah, because they
Yeah.
don't notice the flash. Like
Right.
if the flash goes, then
But
it's
in
not.
a
It's just like
a
85 other
like a
flashes.
porn
Right.
shoot, you can't do that.
Yeah, in an
we-
intimate setting.
Well, in a sports, situation, it's completely different because you don't need to get all the sound. Like you're not worried about what sound the guy is making when they are breathing running down the court.
Right,
Like
right.
what it sounds like when they're
Or when the
foot
football helmet's clacked.
yeah,
Yeah,
or like when their
exactly.
foot hits the ball, they don't need to hear that. Like, but we need to hear like all that like.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, all that exactly. Yep, all of it. We need all the juicy, gushy
Juicing.
sounds, all the
Hurts my cheeks.
and all
don't-
that.
You don't do voiceover work for that?
No, I'm not very good. I'm not a very good actress. I'm like, please, on all my videos, I'm like, please don't make me act in the beginning. I'm really horrible. I'm like, the intellectual side of me refuses to do all the cheesy things, and so I'm like,
And there is a lot of cheesiness in what we
oh, there's
do.
so much cheesiness important. Like,
cheesiness.
I have a big respect for people that actually act. However, what you do in porn is not acting. It's just stupid cheesy. And it's like, it's almost
It's kind of just
shameful.
To, like, set up a scenario. Is really
it
all
really is. It's called a
'Cause
pickup.
it's all about the,
Yeah, it's called a pickup, and
sex.
it's
Role play.
yeah, it's like the first few minutes, but you're always in like some kind of scenario that you'd never be in real life. You're like, who the fuck wears this to ice cream shop in the first place, and who goes to an ice cream shop in this in 40-degree weather, and like this would never happen. Like
My favorite is still the, pizza guy shows up and you suddenly want to bang the pizza guy. I don't know if you've seen pizza guys lately, but they're like middle-aged Hispanic guys.
well, I used to legitimately do that. I mean, I probably would still do that if I wasn't with Charles, but I used
Bang
to.
the pizza dude.
No, but I always
Just
like
get the pizza
to.
dude high.
I always like to answer the door to any food delivery
Naked?
butt ass naked. I just to open the door and see their expression of sheer shock.
I did
I
that
opened
with
the door
Jehovah's
at my
Witnesses
little
one
hotel.
How I
time.
do it all the time.
I would
And
always
Mormons.
stay at this little red roof inn in California, okay? And I had just gotten out of the shower, and I had the towel around me, and the maid knocks on the door. And I open the door. Come on in. Housekeeping. And she sees me. She said, no, ma'am. I said, no, come on. I'm going to go in the bathroom and put my clothes on. Just come on. No, ma'am. Close. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Right.
And she's like trying to close the door. I come back.
Like, bitch, you're not going to lose your eyesight just looking
Yeah,
at
I
me.
know,
I
right?
was like so in fear that I,
It's funny because I could be fully.
The nipple fell out.
I
Aw.
can be fully dressed. I'm actually the opposite of most people. I can be fully dressed, and as soon as the food delivery gets there, I'm like, whoosh, all the clothes go up. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get to the door.
I've done it with Jehovah's Witnesses before.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock. You can always tell because they got like 85 pamphlets in their hand. They're ready to give you one.
I do it with the Jehovah's Witness and the Mormon. The one actually, one of the ladies that was with the Jehovah's Witness people was relentless. She actually wanted to stand there and tell me about what was happening. Like, hand me a pamphlet. Like,
She didn't wanna leave? She didn't wanna leave?
it wanted to invite me to their services, and I was like, really? I'm naked standing here. Do you not notice? It was like she did not give a shit. She was gonna get her point across regardless. She was like, "You were not the first fat naked person I saw today."
They went back to church and prayed for you. They went back and prayed for you.
And
Lord, please help the naked fat lady at the door.
They're like, you were like the 13th person that is
Like, I
answered
need
the
the
door
addresses of the other 12 motherfuckers who answered the door naked because we need to get together and have a party.
naked. Right? I know. You're like, they sound like my God of people. Where have you been today? Let me retrace your steps.
Let's shoot.
I mean, like, I'll go to every door. Did you enter the door naked when the other people came by?
Don't you love seeing them guys on their bikes, their white shirts?
I always
and
feel
their-
bad for them, especially in Vegas. I'm like,
It's so hot, but that's their mission. They have to do that. Their
bullshit.
mission. Wait, did you see one of another Duggar girl got married,
Yeah.
and they didn't even kiss until their wedding.
No, they're not even allowed to hug face to face until they're married.
No, then
They have to do side hugs.
Oh, I didn't
they
know
can't
about
go-
that, but I do know that they couldn't.
No, they can't kiss. They can't hold hands. They can, if their parents are really progressive, they can hold hands.
Well, this was the Duggars, and he actually moved into the Duggar house, but he had a room up in the barn. But
Right.
I mean, their
Jesus.
first
no.
kiss was on their like I do.
Yeah.
fuck that noise.
And then the first face-to-face hug was shortly after they kissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're
and then that night they had sex. But I just can't imagine how they know what to do when they get up to that room. 'Cause they've been so
they go through
sheltered.
sex ed. They have to teach them.
There is the internet, and there is porn, and I
Oh,
don't
I'm
no.
sorry, but I don't
The
think the
Duggars-
Duggar children
No,
have seen
the
porn.
Duggars house has they've talked about this on their website because I've totally stalked their website and their blog because their mom also has some really amazing recipes on there. But so
Mrs. Duggar.
right.
they have no television in their house. There's no TV, and their internet they have installed a firewall that is so tough that they basically if they all Google almost anything other than Disney, and even certain Disney references don't even get through. Like, there's pages on Wikipedia they can't access.
Yeah, but there is phones. There is school. Like if you're
No, they're all homeschooled.
Jesus, all
They're
those
all
all
of them
kids.
are
They have. I
homeschooled.
hope they have a teacher. And
No,
I
their
hope
mom teaches
Mrs.
them.
Duggar teaches
Mrs.
them all.
Duggar. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yep.
These kids are very sheltered, even though they're on TV 80
Although-
times a week.
Although they have been to China and I haven't been to China, so
In their bus with their red shirt. Did you see their vacation?
they all wear
They
matching
all wear
shirts.
the one same color shirt each day. Like today's green shirt day, so they don't lose each other when they stop.
Well, it also makes laundry and squabbles about what to wear much less. That she goes into all the reasons why their kids dress so much alike and things like that, and that's because clothes get handed down, and if you're just being handed down basically the same thing you're already wearing, it's not so bad because you're just wearing the same clothes.
Just in a bigger size.
Just in a slightly bigger size, right. And then when they go on vacation, they don't have to pack nearly as much as we would because they pack
one
five-
outfit per day.
one outfit for 5 days and then they wash it and then they wear them again. And that's basically how I'm packing too.
And none of the Duggar girls wear slacks.
No, they all
They
wear
all wear
skirts.
skirts.
The one and only time they've ever worn slacks, it wasn't really slacks. It was when the fire truck came and they got dressed up like firemen.
But didn't they wear them like under their skirts?
They wore
Yeah.
the skirts underneath the fire suits that they put
right.
on, yeah.
Yeah, this is the Duggars, man. And you know how long they have been on TV?
Too long.
I
Like
mean,
15 years, I
yes,
think.
it's
I just want to
amazing.
know what, like, has she had to reconstruct her vagina? Or, like, is it, like, does she
No.
have, like, suspenders for her vagina?
No, and she's had 2 backs. She's had 2, well, she's had more than 2, but she's had 2 cesareans, but anytime she can have a vaginal birth, she will.
She's only had 2 cesareans.
Hmm
Was that on the twins?
I don't know. I think so.
They told me that after I had my cesarean that I would have to always have a cesarean.
No, that is not true.
Well, yeah, it used to be once a cesarean, always a cesarean.
But no, that's
anymore.
not true anymore because what they thought was that your cesarean scar would be too weak to handle contractions, but that's
Well, and I guess
only
it depends
true
on
in
why you
small-
had the cesarean,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
and how the
'Cause
cesarean
she
was repaired.
Stubborn.
Yeah, and how the cesarean was
Was
She
repaired.
Can
wasn't
they?
breech, but she was face down instead of
Instead of
face
face
up.
up.
Yeah.
Well, in normal cesareans, they cut you this way, like a little
Mhm.
smile. Well, they couldn't do that because they were afraid of my chubby roll. It wouldn't heal.
Hmm.
So I was cut up and down.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not the business.
And then do you ever see the old spirograph things where they had those long things that you could take the little wheels and draw around and make design? It looked like 2 spirographs over my incision with a big loop through it, like because they had to, because of the fat, it would pull on the incision, so they had to put these spirograph things to hold the incision closed.
I was
weighed,
stapled.
when I had my daughter, I was 440 pounds when I got pregnant.
I was like a buck 40, and I was stapled, and they actually, even though, I mean, my daughter just turned 15 in June, so it's been a long time ago. My cesarean scar is still like so tight, like it just is.
Mine makes me look like I have 2 belly buttons.
So I will always have like, even if I had a super flat stomach, because my cesarean scar is so tight, I'd always have like a little pooch. I'm like, could you just loosen it up a little? Like, it is super.
Well,
plain.
because like I have a little spot in my C-section that split open. So I got an indent. So my real belly button's in my chubby roll,
It's
but
awesome,
it looks like I
actually.
have another bullet button, and I want to pierce that one, like pierce the scar.
It's funny. I've seen
Yeah,
it many
looks like I
times,
have
and I'm
2 belly
like,
buttons.
just got alien belly buttons.
Well, it's better than having no belly buttons. Remember, Mama has no belly button.
No, you're right.
Because of her panelectomy, they ended up taking her belly button out, and they didn't put it back in. So she's no belly button.
I'd be like, you better put that motherfucker back in. Just something.
I've got a friend who lives up
I need
in
a tattoo
Minnesota.
belly button.
I've got a friend who had breast cancer, and they used her for some sort of strange reconstruction like treatment. So what they did was they went from her armpits and they scooped all of her breast tissue out and left her breast skin, and then they put inflators underneath her fat in her belly, and then they cut all of that out and basically gave her a tummy tuck, and then put all of that into her breasts, and they reconstructed her breasts.
I could have really big or huger breasts.
So she's got perfectly
put it up here.
she's got perfectly smooth skin all the way up to just about underneath her belly button. It's perfectly like baby fat smooth, and then it's like the line between heaven and hell. It's perfectly smooth, and then up above it, it's all like I've had 3 kids. And
You're kidding me.
No, it is the most hilarious thing.
Not good.
It goes from
they didn't fix
22 to 52.
Yeah, it does.
How come they didn't fix it?
It's
fucked up.
no, well, and the thing is that the way that's all constructed, and they had to do something with her nipples. She lost her nipples.
They make a little nipple with a little like a string or like a stitch, and then they have to tie-dye the area.
Yeah, they had to remove her nipples.
Not tie-dye, tattoo.
Yeah, she had her nipples tattooed. She had
her areolas.
Yeah, so they're perfectly circular and they're the right shade for her skin tone. I'm so jealous.
I know,
She's
right?
perfect boobies.
My nipples are all bumpy.
Mine look like a 6-year-old made pancakes.
I'm like, why are they so
Well, I don't
rough?
have big nipples. I have little nipples for the size of my tits. They're just there.
Mine aren't circular. My areolas are not circular like some people. You know who's got perfectly circular areolas?
I know who you're going to say. Irma.
Yes,
Irma's
Alexia.
got beautiful nipples and areolas.
They're dark.
They're dark.
And her skin is very pale, so it's beautiful.
Yeah,
She's got
and
beautiful
perfectly
boobies.
round her areolas.
And a beautiful, perfectly smooth belly.
She's got Buddha belly.
Bish.
Ridiculous.
Nice
Yes.
belly. She does.
She could make a lot of money, but she wouldn't do it.
She could.
She could make a lot of money. She's got that like Venus of Willendorf kind of roundness to her. It's
Nice.
really
Oh yeah, belly worshipers
amazing.
would be all about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful. Her belly.
I would never pierce her belly button just because it's so flawless.
Wow.
Yeah.
I must see. I'm going to text her and be like,
Say,
I'm coming
I
over
have
to your
see
house
your
after
belly.
this. Show me your
You'll
boobs
wanna
and
touch
belly.
it. You'll want to touch it.
She'll be like,
because
what?
it is. It's really.
They are.
Really,
They're amazing.
Really amazing.
But yeah, I had a boyfriend once who was afraid of my boobs because they were so big. He was like, "We got to get your breasts reduced."
Oh, breast
What?
reduced?
Yeah.
Hell no. Oh,
Cali
guy is so glad you never did that.
Yeah, no, Cali guy's wondering if we can increase the size of the little boobie so it matches the big boobie. Like instead of taking down
Can't
big
you
one.
do that what is that? What do they
The
call it?
augmentation?
No, where the plumping or they put saline in it and boost them up.
Yeah, but that's only temporary, the saline injections.
Yes.
What
Oh,
I
you
want
don't
them
want
to
to do
do-
saline injections. That's
No.
bad.
What I want to do is I want to get a panelectomy done. I want to get this droopy lower belly of mine taken out. And I want them to reinsert the fat because they can do that. They can take your
Aren't you
own body
afraid,
fat.
though, that like one would be lumpy and they wouldn't be. I would be so afraid.
No, they
would mess
puree
up.
that shit before
I
they put it
know,
back
but you
in there.
have such nice boobs. I would be so afraid it
I'd
wouldn't
be
be
like,
right.
just stick it up under there. Nobody will even notice.
Yeah, if you put it
Play-Doh up
Right?
there.
if
I
you
mean,
put
like,
it from underneath,
stick it
and
over
it'll
there.
just rise up the smooth top of one boob, and
What
then
do they
make
do
an
with
even
mine that are
other
sagging
boob.
to my ankles?
Tie them to your earlobes.
Yeah, thanks, bitch.
Thanks,
bitch.
Get some suspenders.
That's right. You get your
boobs hang
nipples.
low? Do they wobble too?
That's right. It's 8:30. Just get your nipples pierced, and you get a really beautiful fine silver chain, and just wear them around your neck, and that'll
Oh, I
keep them
hate
up.
you today.
Be so pretty.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess it's break time. So
Okay.
we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna play a song from somebody from somewhere. I'll tell you about it later because I haven't decided what it is today yet. We'll be right back.